Hi everyone, Jason Brizuela here again. First, let me say thank you so much for the feedback that I've gotten on the first video that I posted, and it really helps me out a lot because it helps me determine what to talk about next. And on that note, I want to jump real quick into today's topic, and that is going to be the three basic or foundational parts of the drum set and where it all fits in. So first we've got the bass drum, and then second the snare drum, and then last the hi-hats. And if you take a regular, not a regular song, but just a typical song that's in 4/4 time signature, which means that it has 4 counts in the measure before it goes back to 1. So it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's kind of what you hear when you hear a drummer count off a song, and they say 1, 2, 3, 4, and then everybody comes in, and it sounds awesome. And so, taking that into account, when we're dealing with the bass drum, what you'll hear most of the time, or this is for all purposes of this video, the bass drum will be played on 1 and 3. Sometimes it'll be played on just beat 1 before going to the next measure, and then you hear it again on beat 1 over and over. That's where the bass drum shows up, and then the snare drum shows up on beats 2 and 4, and then the hi-hats are played pretty much all throughout. The hi-hats are mostly used for just helping to keep time while the drum beat is being played. Let me show you what it sounds like. All right, so for just to kind of give you a little bit of a forecast of what you're going to hear. For the purposes of this video, I'm just going to do the bass drum on beat 1. And then when the next measure comes around and beat 1 comes around again, I'm going to play the bass drum on beat 1. The snare drum you'll hear on beats 2 and 4, and then the hi-hats are going to be on 1, 2, 3, and 4. And actually, I'm even going to play the notes that are in between the beats. So where the beat is like this, the hi-hats are going to sound like this. And you can combine however you want to the different levels of volume that you hear or that you play in the hi-hats themselves. Sometimes people like to play all those notes and just accent the beats, the actual downbeats, so it sounds like this. Some people like to play them all even. I usually tend to place an accent on the downbeat and make the notes that are in between a little quieter, like the first example that I played. So that's probably what you'll hear this time. Alright, so here's what it sounds like for the whole thing, and I'm going to play just the bass drum first, and then just the snare drum first, and then just the hi-hats last. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so that was the bass drum on just beat 1. Now the snare drum on beats 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And as you can tell, I kept the stick clicks in there because just to kind of keep a frame of reference. a frame of reference for you. Okay, so and then the hi-hat is going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here's everything together. That's pretty much it. If you do that, you have got yourself a drum beat.